Was goody team? Hope everybody is having a great day and has had a great week so far. Perfect. I hear myself. I just want to make sure everything else is good. I think we're good. Okay. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Any questions about any pair, whether or not they're on our list. As always, we're going to be going over the pairs that you see on the right hand side with the red flag next to their name, starting off with AUDUSD, finishing off with US oil. We will be going in order from the top to the bottom. So once again, if you guys have any questions about any pair, whether or not they're on our list, let me know. If it's a pair that's not on our list, then we'll do it at the end of the session. If it's a pair that's on our list and we haven't gone over it yet, then we'll do it once we get to it. Again, we will be going in order from top to the bottom. Gonna give everybody another minute, 40 seconds here to join, and then we'll get started. Been a pretty slow week for us, man. A lot of trades during Asia session, but NYC has been very slow. Alright guys, let's get started. So AU, once again, I'm pretty much gonna go through this kind of quickly, guys. I'm not gonna take too long, not gonna take too much time out of everybody's day today. Still in A2, right? We're looking for the break of structure. We did get the break. We're finally getting that lower low, lower high, the break. We're looking for the retest to happen on AU. So everything is looking good, right? The question really just stems on whether or not we're gonna get a steep pullback, or if we're just gonna get a simple break and retest like we're seeing right now. On the 4-hour, we don't have any continuations. We just have a weaker drop last week. This week, price is pushing up to the top side again, just giving us lower lows and lower highs. But right now, really nothing that we could add here. We're gonna add these lows that we have here. This is the 4-hour low. Daily low over here. And then on the 30-minute, we have 3 days of drop. After 3 days of drop, the market must move sideways or go up. And we went up, doing exactly what we have to do. Price gave us lower low, lower high, lower low, and then gave us a change of character, higher high. So we know that we're trading between the change of character It's good, Mr. Albert. What to stream, my brother? Sorry about that, guys. 1 second. Alright, so EA, we know that we are in level 3. We were in V2 for second zone of consolidation, looking for that break of structure retest to continue into level 3. Got the break, right? We just haven't gotten that break of structure retest. Once we get that retest, then it will be smooth sailing. We were at a higher high, price gave us a higher high, pushing down to give us a pullback, and we're now sitting at the higher low, right? Or we're sitting at a pullback still. Still gotta wait it out to see if this is where the higher low wants to be set. So we're trading between this daily high. On the 4-hour time frame, we have a weaker rise, no continuation. Gotta update our 4-hour high too. We're trading between this 4-hour high and then our 30-minute. We had higher high, higher low, higher high, and then price went down and gave us a change of character, lower low. So we're trading between this 30-minute high over here, and these 30-minute lows down here. And we have a day of drop. No continuations right now. Gonna wait it out. We still have this gap here at the bottom of EA, so we'll wait it out to see what price wants to do. Again, a lot of these pairs are trading in the exact same spots, right? A lot of these pairs are in their higher highs, waiting for a pullback, which is what's going on here on ECAD. We're sitting at a higher high, no continuations. On the 4-hour, no continuations. We had a week where price was just moving sideways, 2 weeks where price was just moving sideways, right? So no continuations here on the 4-hour, and then on the 30-minute, again looking for continuations, higher highs and higher lows. Price ended up giving us higher high, higher low, higher high, and then went down and gave us a change of character, lower low, right? So we're trading between this 30-minute low, these 30-minute highs over here. For EU, we're at the top of the zone of consolidation in V1 for zone consolidation. At the top of the zone, not the best spot to look for a trade. On the 4-hour time frame, let's go back to the daily real quick. There's nothing to update on the daily, no engulfing candles. On the 4-hour time frame, we have a weaker rise, nothing to update. We're still trading higher high, higher low. Level 2, we want to see price bounce off to 200. Currently still on the 50. And then on the 30-minute time frame, we had 3 days of rise, and on the 3rd day, which was today, price gave us a rise known that. Could we be expecting a 4th day push? To be honest, again, since we're at the top of the zone of consolidation, we're at a higher high. This is a very low probability trade. The fact that we also have a very steep pullback at the end of the day going into today's session is already letting me know that we're most likely not going to get that push to the top side. So, going to be patient with EU. We'll wait it out to see what price really wants to do. But for right now, just going to have to take a step back. GA, we are in level 3. We were in V2, second zone of consolidation in an uptrend. We got the break of structure, we got the retest. Then price gave us another push to the top side, higher high. Gave us 2 months of rise, this month being the 3rd month. Gave us that 3rd push to the top side, and then gave us the pullback. So pretty much the entries and the moves that we were waiting for this pair, very similar to the other ones. Price has already given us the move. So there's not really too much to look for. It's not a lot to look forward to. It's just really waiting for price to give us another continuation or show us another opportunity to take a trade. What are your thoughts on trading during the Asia session, since price tends to move a lot during those sessions? Well, I don't have a good history with trading Asia session. Now, when the markets are as volatile as it is, especially now, could you have entries during Asia session and then work out and hit TP, obviously, or STP before before Asia session even finishes. Yeah, of course, because that's where the volume is coming in. However, we understand that price is moving how it's moving due to economic data and all the things that are going on worldwide, all the worldwide news, government news, all the things that is going on. So if you have the schedule, I'll say this: if you have the schedule to trade Asia session and you want to go and look at Asia session and look for the trading rules to happen during Asia session, then do that, right? Personally, would I do it? No. Again, I have enough data, right? And I have enough back testing and I have enough real life experience to know that trading Asia session is 9 out of 10 times not the best idea, not the best thing. However, again, we're in a situation where the last couple weeks, if you're trading Asia session, that's the only session that's really giving you a lot of volume, right? But if you go and look at a lot of these pairs, not just one pair, again, go do your back test. You know, go realize how Asia session tends to trap traders for the next upcoming sessions and for the rest of the day. So, for me, Asia session is a big no-no. If you want to trade London session, I would be 100% more on the side of trading during London session, starting anywhere from 2 in the morning Eastern time till 7 a.m., 6, 7 a.m. Eastern time. But Asia session for me, I'd always say no. I'll never be able to say, oh yeah, trading Asia session's a good idea, because I don't think it's a good idea. Give me 1 second, guys. My sister's calling me. All right, my bad, guys. I'm back. So I hope that made sense, Albert. Yeah, in my opinion, again, I wouldn't trade, and I wouldn't feel comfortable enough to trade Asia session. And again, that's because over the last 6 years, especially heavy in my first 2, 3 years, Asia session I would always lose. Even if I'm trading my journal, even if I'm trading with the rules that I have, there's a reason why you're losing Asia session though. Right? Where are the trap moves being made? It's in the beginning of the session. Right? Beginning of the session, end of the session is when trap moves are being made. So, there's always reasons as to why you lose a trade. However, again, if we go and we backtest these last couple weeks, specifically these last 2 weeks, we see that there has been a lot of moves during Asia session, a lot of good entries. Right? Gold yesterday was a really good entry for us. GBP CAD was also a really good entry for us. There's been a few entries for us these last couple days, these last couple nights where it's entries outside of the regular session that we trade. Um, you know, so again, is it possible to trade during these sessions? Absolutely. You could trade at whatever time you want. It's really just about understanding that you're gonna have to babysit a trade more often than you would regularly be babysitting a trade. There's too much noise today in this house, man. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta speed this up today. I hate doing sessions when there's so much things going on at once. I can't focus, man. Way too loud. There's too much shit going on. I gotta finish this session today quick. Perfectly understood. Okay, perfect. Yeah, and again, there's really not too much going on in the markets, guys, so I'm not really worried about today's session. Um, there really hasn't been anything. Sorry, guys. You got ADHD? Yeah, no, bro, I can't, bro. Like when I don't know if you guys could even hear it. There's like mad noise, dude. Throwing a fucking party here. Um, like the music is in my ear, and then me trying to think and explain all this shit. There's too much fucking noise, bro. There's too much going on. I gotta fucking, after I'm done with this session, I'm stepping out. I'm leaving the house. I can't. It's a tism in me, bro. There's too much noise. That's what I'm telling you, bro. Like being in my, I like being in my space, man. But I'm pretty much here today just answering any questions because I'm not gonna do like a full-on in-depth detail of what we're looking for because again there hasn't really been anything different, right? The same session that we're gonna have today, the same thing I'll say today is the same thing that I said yesterday. There really hasn't been anything different. Nothing really has happened. You know, on the 30-minute aspect of it, yeah, we had some crazy move for some pairs. For others, as you can see, it's pretty much just price moving sideways. Um, Not really too much for price still moving counter. Like we have a 372 on GU, but we're at a lower high. Right, we have 3 months of rise, already gave us that 3rd month push and then went right back down to the bottom. No continuations on the 4 hour. We're still trading downtrending. We still have this daily engulfing that we know price is most likely gonna want to come down to. No internal movements either. So there's really not a lot. There's not a lot to really to say about these pairs. That's how your son's gonna be on the spot. Whatever, bro. Neighbors having a party? No, my parents, man. Pretty much my fucking neighbors. Three seventy two hundred you cross of the 450 and 200, but we are downtrending. Yeah, we're downtrending. So, and I mean the 4 and the 50 don't really. On the 4 hour, no. That's incorrect. What you have drawn there. On the daily, you have the 4 and the 50 to cross. I mean, in the daily time frame, you have the 50 and the 200 cross. On the 4 hour, you don't have that. On the 4 hour, you're downtrending. 30-minute, you're also downtrending. Oh man, can't wait to finish. Again, guys, US30, gold, Bitcoin, US oil. I'm not gonna do on stream anyway, so we're pretty much done for today. USDCAD, USDZAR, we'll go over those right now as well, but those pairs aren't looking too good either. And we're still trending lower low, lower high, lower low. We're sitting at a lower high in the 4 hour. Not only are we sitting on the lower high in the 4 hour, but we're sitting at a lower high in the 30-minute time frame. So we want to be very, very careful taking a trade on US30. I do like the fact that price looks like it wants to fill in that 30-minute gap that we left here at the top. So I mean, we'll have something, man. We'll have something. Been kind of very unfortunate that price has been giving us crazy movements this entire week. Price has been giving us. Sorry guys, I'm back. I don't even know what I'm saying. There's too much shit going on. This is like the worst session I've done, huh? We're still making US30 lower lows, lower highs. USD CAD, we're in peak high territory. Let's start off from there, right? So we're in peak high territory. Price is still downtrending, so I'm gonna wait it out before I even trade USD CAD. The fact that we're just in peak high territory alone, I'm just not gonna be trading USD CAD. And then USD ZAR, very similar to EU in the sense that we are at the top of the zone of consolidation in an uptrend in V2. We want to see the break of structure first before we take a trade. So, or we want to see a continuation, and right now we don't have any of that. Right now we're still trading at a higher high, looking for a pullback. Gave us a 3rd push. Price gave us a day of drop today. Then we have higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. All of this is where I'd say this is all part of the same structure, right? And we're trading between this high and this low, and this is where the change of character happened here, Right, so this change of character gives us the lows down here. And these highs up here. And then on the 4-hour, trading between these highs over here. And then gold, Bitcoin, oil, guys. Again, I'm not really gonna do this on stream. I'm not gonna do a breakdown on stream, but I'm just gonna update them real quick. But any questions, any other pairs you guys want me to go over, anything you guys want me to talk about, let me know. If not, then that's pretty much it for today, and we'll be back again tomorrow morning. So 372, we could take this off my screen. Alright, so the 4-hour, we're trading 4-hour low, 4-hour high. This was the 4-hour inducement. After we got the 4-hour inducement, so like I said, like this trade was very nice during the Asia session last night. We talked about this right after the session. So if we would have taken this trade, I mean, that would have been a crazy trade to take. Um, any questions, guys, in the chat? Anything at all? Let me know. Once again, we're pretty much almost done. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, boom, higher high. But either way is the same outcome. We'll, we'll just mark this, slice this right now. Stay a rise. We're trading between this low. Let's go through these pairs one by one again. There's really no continuations, nothing really that I saw for right now. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to wait till NYC session to start looking for a trade or start looking for something. But it's pretty much it, guys. We'll see you guys in the morning and then tomorrow's isolation session. Hope you guys have a good rest of your night. Let's finish this real quick. Just a few more pairs. Yeah, no, there's really no continuations, nothing really that looks super clean, guys. We just have a lot of crazy movements in the market these last couple days, so just gotta be patient and keep going with the flow of the market, guys. So hope you guys have a good rest of your night. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow morning in the live trading session and then tomorrow's isolation session at 7 p.m. Peace out, team.